Hi, the existing law for building permissions as on date in Telangana is that if you want to construct a building, you have to approach the government and make an application for permission. They can give the permission, they can reject the permission, and it is also a breeding ground for corruption. Sometimes, if you corrupt the municipal authorities, they give permission. And if you construct without permission, taking a recommendation from your local politician, because local politicians and municipal authorities go hand in hand, you could have survived. So this is the law which was existing till the new law came in Telangana, which is called Telangana State Building Permission Approval BPASS. Okay, PASS, Building Permission Approval for Self-Certification System. Now I'm going to explain about the new law a little while later. But earlier law was having the power entirely with the government. Earlier law was a good law because you have to apply for a permission, and if government rejects the permission, you must go to court or you must not construct. And if government gives the permission, you can construct. So the law is very simple. The power is entirely with the government or the municipal authorities. The only problem with the old law was there was no time-bound system. The authorities were not having punishment if they were not granting permission in a certain period of time. So time was a problem in an earlier law, and to weed out corruption, steps have to be taken by the government. So instead of solving those problems, instead of making a stricter law against the government authorities, this new law was created, shifting the entire burden to the citizens. Now I'll just briefly explain about the new law. It is divided into three categories: buildings below 75 square yards, building above 75 square yards but below 600 square yards, and buildings above 600 square yards. Now for buildings below 75 square yards, the price for permission or the cost for the permission is around 1 rupee. So nominal amount government is trying to collect from the poor people. And you have a permission to construct around G+1. And there is no occupancy certificate for buildings below 75 square yards. Above 75 square yards and below 600 square yards, it is G+2. Earlier it was stilt plus 4 floors. Up to 50 feet you can construct with the earlier rules and the earlier law. With the present law, it is limited only to the 10 meters. And above 600 square yards, they are called high-rise buildings. So separate rules for high-rise buildings come into force depending upon the area of the plot. Now, building permission as per the new law is time-bound. Within 21 days, authorities have to give permission. They have to raise objections within 10 days, and they have to give permission within 21 days. If they are not giving permission within 21 days, then it is deemed to be permitted. So deemed permission process is given in the new law, which is called TS-bPASS, Telangana Building Permission Approval and Self-Certification System. And occupancy certificate will be given within 15 days. If occupancy certificate is not given within 15 days, it is deemed to be given. So deemed permission, deemed occupancy certificate. And if you play fraud on obtaining permission within 21 days, the commissioner has to revoke the permission in another 21 days. That is to say, you can start construction after 42 days. So this is a good reforms. And now citizen has to self-certify. Citizen has to self-declare. And here, not only citizens have to self-certify and citizens have to self-declare, the other citizens surrounding or living around your proposed construction can become detectives. as per the new law and inform the government about the deviation. And they will even get incentives also. And their identity will be kept secret. So what government is trying to do? And one more thing, if you don't construct as per the deemed permission or as per the permission application you place with the government is going to demolish it without any notice. This is very important. And you will be sent to prison also for 3 years. So the new law is a reform. Undoubtedly, it is a reform. Government is trying to cure the defects in the old law. The old law was suffering from time. There was no time-bound process for issuing permission. That was the defect in the old law. There was no punishment to the government authorities. There was no punishment to the municipal authorities. If at all you are aggrieved, you have to file a suit for damages. But in the new law, the entire burden, the entire responsibility, the entire certification, the entire declaration is kept on the citizen. And the citizen will be sent to jail. Now I'll explain why this appears to be a good law, but it fails in the implementation. Because in the earlier law, when it was a very good law, people used to deviate, government used to slip. People used to construct without permission, government used to slip. When the power is with you, you could not do anything. Now you are giving the power to citizen to show self-restraint, to have self-control, not to deviate from the existing permission. Is it possible? Can you keep the citizen in self-restraint mode, self-control mode? I don't think so. So this new law, which is called Telangana State bPASS, may be good for layouts. I will make another video pertaining to layouts, but it is not a good law for building permissions. Keeping responsibility on the citizens, expecting them to be self-restraint, to have self-control, is very difficult. Instead of coming out with a new law, or instead of making the earlier law strict by giving direction to the authorities to issue time-bound permissions or giving strict punishment to government authorities, that could have been a good law. That could have been a good amendment. But this amendment, making citizens responsible for deviation, punishing them, sending them to jail, is not expected in democracy, is my understanding. Thank you. Thanks for watching.